Set it off, Mike Booth, but you always got me in the
Yo, you already know, it's your boy No Grand Booth, reporting live, thugged out Thursdays, and we got a special guest. Very special guest. It's one of the hottest producers in the game.
Give it up for Rsonist. God damn it.
Love.
That's how you open up a show, my nigga. That's how we gonna do it. Let's love. That's how you open up a show. But yo, check it out. This is Thugged Out Thursdays.
Crazy.
It's your boy Ching Bing. We got motherfucking Rsonist in the motherfucking building. And guess what? You gotta relax. Thugged Out Thursdays. Good looking for coming up, my brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
Listen,
A lot of
man.
people don't want to interview the Heatmakerz, man.
Listen, not a lot of people.
No, but this is love.
Oh, I
Cause
appreciate
it's like
it.
family. A lot of people don't know I did records for Capone. I did like 3 records on Capone.
Yeah.
You know, when he first came home. Had some shit with Nori. Bunch of shit, man.
No, let me tell you something. Not only like, you know, now that you came out, actually got to work with the DipSet again with this latest project that they just got, which is for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Diplomatic Ties.
Diplomatic Ties album is so fucking hot. Damn, how does it feel to be a part of just that project right now that's out right now?
Can I be real with you? Like when the first run I had with DipSet, when we did Diplomatic Immunity 1 and I had 11 records on that album, like when you a part of something, you don't realize what you're a part of. It's like, you know what I mean? Like Nori's your man, you know what I'm saying? When Nori winning, it's like, yeah, your man's winning, but you don't see it from a fan perspective of like, yo, this nigga's almost like God to people.
Right.
Like it wasn't until I watched the DipSet documentary that they just did that I realized like, yo, I'm bugging. Like I was a part of some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you don't realize it when you do it, you just working. But when I watched that, I'm like, yo, this shit's kind of crazy. So it was dope. I think this time around I appreciated it more. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
A lot more.
Because back then it was like, you know, you just was starting. Who introduced you to the DipSet?
Renee McLean. Renee McLean used to manage Cam, and I met him because we were trying to get some records placed on the radio and shit like that. He was the dude to get it done. He was like, yo, I manage Cam, you got any beats? So we gave him a CD, and out of that CD, we had 11 joints on the first Diplomatic Immunity. They picked 9 off of that CD.
Wow.
So that was
Out of that CD, that
just
one
off the CD, yeah. 9 of those records was on there.
How was your emotions when Cam liked your beats?
I thought somebody was playing a trick with me on the phone when Cam called. I'm like, Cam ain't calling my phone. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, nigga, we just dudes that making beats in the Bronx, and I'm like, Cam ain't calling my phone, but we was in North Carolina at the time, and it was Cam. We flew back down and went to the studio and just started rocking out.
Dope, that's dope. I just want to rewind because you said the Bronx, so
Yeah.
you what part of the Bronx you from?
Northeast Bronx, but like Gun Hill, Boston Road.
Okay, copy.
Yeah. Like, I grew up like right across the street from Eastchester Project.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly where you're at. That's dope, that's
Your
dope.
brethren, bro.
You know, that's either Jamaican or you.
Your brethren, bro.
What else is in the Bronx? Jamaican or Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
That's it. If you in the South Bronx, more than likely you Puerto Rican. If you're in the Northeast Bronx, more than likely you Jamaican or West Indian. Some sort of West Indian.
Right. Some type of island.
Yeah.
So not only you from the Bronx, you a smart individual. You went to fucking Howard University.
Yeah.
I don't know if folks don't know, you was smart already.
I didn't know, you know, I never looked at Howard like that.
Yeah, but if you go to Howard University, that's a good look. That's a good college. You guys, there's a lot of.
I ain't finished, but.
Yeah, but I know you ain't finished,
So
but you was
see
there.
that, I guess you had a good upbringing then.
Yeah, of course.
Great, nigga, Howard University. How you get to Howard University? Tell us that. And why you got kicked out? If you don't mind.
I got there because when I was in school, when I was in high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just knew I had to go to college because my family was like, you're not staying here.
Right.
So I went to see my guidance counselor. She was like, yo, you good at math, you good with drawing and art, be an architect. I'm like, all right, cool. I applied for architecture, got in, and I got kicked out because I got into some problems at the end. Like, me and a party promoter had got into some shit. He owed me some breaks. I was DJing out there. And I had some dudes up from New York. They was wild, and they was like, yo, we gonna do this and da-da-da. Shit popped off. Long story short, I ended up getting kicked out.
Okay, cool.
So they got
I mean,
you.
It was the best thing that happened because you came up after that.
If I didn't get kicked out, there's
Right,
no
this
DipSet
one,
anthem.
yeah.
There's
You
no
came
diplomatic
up.
immunity. There's none of that shit.
You came,
Those beats was crazy.
Yeah, you came up. You was hungry after that. You said,
Super
"Fuck
hungry."
that." You said you
I had a baby on the way.
Yeah, you played with the machine,
Yeah.
And why? How did that like all right? You say you got the MP, you got the machine. What was in your mind? Like you didn't know a sound. You didn't know.
I didn't know nothing. All I had was old records in the house because my mother was like, my family's West Indian, right? So all I had was like reggae records in the house. Bob Marley, Garnet Silk, Beres Hammond, whatever. So that's all I was sampling. That's why you hear shit like Dipset Anthem and certain shit like that. Because all I had was Jamaican records.
Right.
And I just learned how to chop that up and make it into hip hop shit.
That's
So that's the way I really
stuck to the roots.
Yeah, word. That's fine.
Now you stuck to your roots. That's hard because it seems like all your samples are Jamaican. A lot of them.
Yeah.
The hits.
Yeah, the big one.
The big one.
Yeah. Or they got that West Indian feel to them. Like even though Killer Cam wasn't a reggae sample, it feels like if you listen to it, it sounds like a reggae record.
What record you did got you to check that you was like, alright, this shit is it?
Off of one record?
I mean, like, as you was producing, as you was going, I know you sold your first 2 beats for 2,000.
Right.
Cool. But now you making beats for Dipset.
You gotta remember, I did the whole Dipset album and got that check at once.
No, but I'm saying, which one was the one that you was like,
a Beyonce record.
the beat? Oh,
A Beyonce record.
Oh, the shit with Cam?
No.
Oh, Beyonce
I did a Beyonce record.
Oh, shit changed your life.
Well,
What record was that?
It's a record called Stop Sign, but I'm gonna tell you why the record never made it out over here. It's because I didn't agree to some terms on a publishing splits that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? And the record supposedly got leaked. So they didn't end up using it because, you know what I mean, right after I didn't agree to some publishing splits.
That's crazy.
So, I don't know if that's
So
coincidental.
they leaked the record, you think?
Yo, they did a Puff Daddy on it.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay, but you still got some money out of this.
Yeah, I got paid for the track.
Yeah.
Which was that was, at the time was the most I ever got paid for one track.
What was the check like?
At that it was 25,000.
Okay.
Which is good, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it was definitely for
So for the Dipset, you got your money from the Dipset. Did you get your money off your publishing, or did you get some money for like at that point, like
For buying the track?
Yeah.
For both.
for both?
Both, yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Like to this day I still get checks off of
Yeah.
Diplomatic Community.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I know
they
them checks still
lit.
coming.
Yeah, they kind of dope, man, and I was really excited. You know, I went to the YouTube viewing of the documentary that I put together, man. It looked mad dope, and I got to see you there. I'm really excited for Dipset. Just the fact that they got together and like grown men and patched up.
Yeah, but that's necessary.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
necessary.
For the culture, for hip hop, for these youngins to see that, you know, you could make mistakes and admit your wrongs and make up with your family, with your people, with some good people. But you know what? I'm excited that you are here now on Thugged Out Thursday.
What was it?
Let's make some noise for that. And also on 3, you gotta relax. 1, 2, 3, you gotta relax. I need some participation, please. Ready? On 3, you gotta relax. 1, 2. Ready? On 3, you gotta relax. 1, 2, 3, you gotta relax. Alright, cool.
Yo, what was it like playing beats for the late Pun?
Wow. Pun.
Oh, that was crazy.
What
man.
was that?
At the time, you don't realize what it is because it's like
Right.
he's just a rap star at the time. But now that I look back on it, it's crazy, man. Because like you don't realize that many years passed. Like I remember that shit like it was yesterday, the day that I heard that Pun died.
Wow.
I remember where I was going. I remember all of that shit. I was by like 26th Street. I was going to a meeting at the time. It was like a meeting of producers and shit like that. And on the way there, I remember listening to Angie Martinez and that's when I heard it at like Pun passed away. And I'm like, it makes all the other memories of like playing beats and all that shit mean that much more.
Right.
Wow.
Because Pun was one of the best rappers to ever rap.
So who,
You know what I'm saying?
who introduced you to Pun and brought you to Pun
A friend of mine that went to school with Cuban Link.
Oh, okay.
He set it up and we went and played beats for Fat Joe and Pun. This when they were working on the Terror Squad album around that time.
Y'all ain't make the album?
The crazy shit is the beat that they picked. I'm a new producer at the time, right? So the beat that they picked, I'm like, yo, Cannabis wants the same beat. I don't know. And then Joe was like, who? I said, Cannabis. He was like, who? I said, Cannabis. He's like, y'all know who he is, but if you trying to tell me you gonna hold the beat for Cannabis and not give it to the Don? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, at the time, I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, yo, Joe, I don't know what to do, man. Like, so Cannabis ended up taking the beat.
Oh, okay.
for his album for the
Cannabis.
2000 BC album. I was like the.
Nah,
Yeah,
Cannabis
that was
is
I know that was a crucial time back then because you know him and LL was beefing. And,
Killed
Yeah.
L murdered
Definitely
him,
smoked him.
smoked him, left him fucked up, dizzy.
But Cannabis had a chance as far as with his career.
Right. So
'Cause
what
he
you think
had-
held him back?
He just.
I think the albums he put out didn't match up to what people expected, man. Like he put out albums and to the public they felt like duds.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because Cannabis was talented as fuck at
No,
the
he
time.
was.
It was
He definitely
Cannabis,
was.
X, Nori, and Pun. You know what I'm saying? It was like
Cam was
right, and Cam was a group of good rappers, and everybody's album turned out fire except for Cannabis.
And Mace too. Mace was out there. Mace was out
Yeah,
there.
but Mace was already kind of popping at that time.
Yeah,
I
of
think.
course, definitely, yeah.
Oh, wow. So I got another good question for you, right? So you go in the studio now with Cam and Jim Jones
For this project?
for this project.
Right.
What's the ambiance in the studio?
Matter of fact, hold on, before he even get to that, I heard that this is like the first time that you really got to sit in the studio with everybody.
Yeah, we didn't even do that the first time
Right,
around.
you just passing the beats to them the
I
last
just
time.
asked, what's the ambiance in the room? What's the aura in the room?
I think everybody was genuinely excited, man. Even though everybody was showed in different ways,
Right.
it was kind of like this was supposed to happen
Wow.
years ago. That's the way I felt about it. The only thing that was missing was L's in the room. You know what I'm saying? But him sending his verses in, they was still fire either way. So
So,
I just want to do this shit again, man. You know what I mean? Like get another run real quick because I feel like the public is open to Dipset now.
definitely.
Oh, no, they killed that. Definitely gave niggas something real massacre for
And
Thanksgiving.
with the documentary coming out too, open it up more, you know. so people
Documentary's
get-
fire.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yo, well put
Like
together.
Extra Mile.
Ali, shout outs to Ali.
Extra Mile.
Shout outs to Extra Mile.
Shout out to my man Will Millions.
Yeah, Will Millions
Yo.
on the footage. That shit was mad dope. I ain't gonna lie, I liked it. I also got to learn a few things about Jewels, where he was saying that the internet, like, you know, the money, he didn't understand it. He's like, yo, listen, show me how to get how the money's coming.
Everybody goes through that. Even producers might go through that the most.
I'm
Right,
going to
because
do it. I'm
especially when they leak your shit.
I'm
You gotta
going.
get a chance to
I'm
do it.
going to do it now, and I ain't even got
Think
no
about
numbers.
it.
I'm just saying to myself,
There's no
what the
more record
fuck? How
stores,
does
right?
this money come?
So now you thinking about it, they're not selling nothing physical.
Yeah.
How do I make my
Yeah,
bread?
yeah.
That's the biggest hurdle to get over mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But once you figure that out, this shit's like you crack the code.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can never stop making money. This ain't like when they printed up physical records and they took them off the shelf after about 3 years. You don't see them no more. The shit lives forever now.
Yeah.
So if a nigga is 100 years old and he want to listen to some old Jay-Z,
Yeah.
he go to his iTunes, Jay-Z, and Jay-Z makes bread off of that. 100, you understand? Or Jay-Z's kids are gonna make bread from that 100 years from now.
Wow.
That's why all these artists are selling their publishing for millions now, because people are figuring out that publishing is everlasting now.
Right.
So you understand what I'm saying? Like somebody can go get 23 million for 70% of their publishing if they got the right catalog.
Right.
Wow.
Because it's gonna make.
Yeah, this shit is different now, man. It's a different ball game, but you could really eat for it. That's why you see all these new artists with bricks of bread all over the place.
Yeah.
Streaming is like printing bread.
Wow.
If you stream, like look
If
at
you
6
stream
9
right, yeah, he was a streaming motherfucker.
6 9 is making more bread in jail than he did out by
What?
streaming. Oh, he has to, because everybody's trying to see who he is if they didn't know him before.
Right, yeah, because it's headlines. The headlines is big.
So-
So what new artists that you would like to work with that you know that's out right now?
I want to do some work with the West Side Gun and Conway dudes from upstate. I think they dope. I like their movement, that whole Griselda movement and shit that they got going. And well, a bunch of artists, man. Like there's artists I didn't work with yet that I want to work with. Like I never worked with Jada. I want to work with Jada. I think that's
Shout out to Jada.
Yeah, I think that's necessary.
Shout out to Kiss Wednesdays. Pay attention, it's Biz out there working. You know what I'm saying? Every other Wednesday around there. You know what I mean? Barcelona Vice. You gotta relax. I'm on point, y'all.
Yeah.
Kiss is working.
Yeah, so besides
Big
new
up
artists,
Kiss.
I want to work with Jay, you know what I
Wow,
mean?
we
I want
probably make that
to
happen.
work with M, I just want to work with anybody that I feel like it would be a dope combination.
Right.
I'm not like one of them dudes that try to jump out and be like, yo, I want to work with this person, I know our sounds don't match. I'm not like that. I save that for like, certain people sound good with certain producers and I don't even want to interrupt that.
Right. No
But the
doubt.
people I know I could add shit to, like a Kiss or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
no
going to
doubt.
sound epic, so I would love to do that.
That's dope, man.
Who you listen to right now? Like if let's say you just driving.
I listen to R&B shit, man.
Yeah.
Listen to Donald Jones, Where I Want to Be album. I listen to shit like that. Like that to me, that's one of the best. I listen to Carl Thomas, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want to hear anything but rap after I leave the studio.
Cool.
That's all I hear all day is the hardest rap you could ever hear in your life, and I don't want to hear that when I'm in the car. I need to
back out.
I gotta wind down and hear some shit that's a little mellow, man. Some shit like that. But
that's real. Being a producer.
My nephew Leader told me that he worked with you. He said, "Yo, I worked with the homie." I said,
that was that was years ago, man.
Yeah.
That's how fast the shit go by. Cause they don't feel like that long ago.
Yeah. It's 2019 approaching, right?
Definitely.
New year.
18, you about to hit that.
What are your plans for the new year? Like what Rsonist got? You know
What you working on?
I got a full project I did with Jim. Like all Heatmakerz and Jim Jones. With the album is tough. I think we're gonna call it El Capo.
El Capo.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I got a project I'm putting together with 2 Chainz. We brought like 4 records in.
Be on the lookout for that. 2
Yeah.
Chainz. Chain got stolen in front of your restaurant, y'all. Just like you know.
Who else?
Oh yeah, I don't mean it in a bad way. They broke in the car and took the
Thank you. Explain it. You sound like you got robbed.
We just lowered the whole property value of the nigga's restaurant. Nobody
we can chop that up. Now listen, man. We can chop that up. But listen, let's get back to it. My bad, it's Thugged Out Thursdays, man. Never mind us, man.
Yeah.
So what you were saying?
Oh yeah, I got a project with Fred DeGosson and Joel Ortiz.
I like Joel Ortiz.
Yeah, both of them.
Yo, you know what's crazy? We would love
that's a dope combination.
What? Joel and 2 niggas.
Let's set it up so we come back to promote that, man. Let's do that.
That'd be dope. Definitely. Hell yeah.
I like
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Hey, you doing a project? So you actually, you're working, bro.
Yeah.
You got a lot of shit going on.
I know after the.
I love how he said it like he was surprised. Like shit, after all these years, you still getting some
We definitely need.
I got you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We appreciate it.
I got you. But only thing, y'all just gotta. I got y'all, but y'all just gotta be in with my time a little bit. I got y'all.
Now we know. Listen to me. We know shit is gonna be even more.
Like I'm actually in the process of switching studios now. Between now and the New Year's, I'm moving my studio, so it's like. No, but I mean that's not. I'm just saying as far as like time, you know, I gotta break shit down and a new studio's getting built, so it's not like I'm just moving right in. I gotta finish.
So how long you think for the top of the new year?
No later than I mean I can get y'all records before that obviously, but no later than the top of February the studio should be ready.
That's dope. So you know what was the complications at the old building?
It's corporate America, man. They trying to turn that building into something else that I'm in. So they were eliminating tenants one by one.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, in Manhattan, they don't really want privately owned businesses in buildings anymore.
Right.
They want the Googles and the shit like that, the Spotifys and the bigger companies to have 5 or 6 floors.
Right.
They don't want to rent out half a floor no more. You know what I mean? So it was a combination of all of that. But at the end of the day, it worked out for the best because I got a new spot over in the Diamond District.
Better.
The name of the studio is called Diamond District for the last 7 years, but now I found a spot in the Diamond District, which is ironic. You know what I'm saying?
That's official, yeah. That's a done.
But I guess it's God's plan. That's how it's supposed to be.
Super
That's dope for real, man.
But check it out, right? I'm on you for them 2 beats. Nah, just fucking with you. Rsonist, man. Yo, you look mad dope. You look like you got a lot of money. Come on, and you got a fucking, you got a pinky ring with a clock in it. You beat Flavor Flav. I'm just saying, you beat Flavor Flav.
Shouts to my man Azad, Azad watches.
Yeah. That's dope. Now this shit is hard. The iced out ring watch, pinky ring watch.
Yo, you beat Flavor Flav and that nigga clock. Listen,
let me ask you a question though. What's the most important thing in life?
Man, you know, the most important thing in life, man.
Time.
I knew he was gonna say time because he got too much.
Listen,
that's the only thing that matters, man. You get anything back but that.
Let me tell you something.
But
that clock on your pinky, you killed that. Yo, on 3, I gotta relax. You on 3? 1, 2, 3. You gotta relax. Anything else, y'all? We got a few more questions for the homie. Anybody else? Anybody out there got a question?
Yeah, I got a question. What do you think of the rise of female artists starting to break?
You said starting?
Yeah, like breaking. Now it's
like the Cardis and the.
But even like the City Girls, the
I just think now because of the internet we can see all of them. Before, like, female artists were always around, especially like in the pop world and shit like that. But like in the rap world, there was only room for like 1 or 2 at a time. Before there was Foxy and Kim. If it wasn't Foxy and Kim, it was Eve and Kim or Eve and Foxy. And, you know what I'm saying? It's like now there's actually
Or the Brat. Or,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Or Missy.
But think about it. Now it's kind of the same shit. You got your top 2 females, Nicki and Cardi, and then you kind of have. Then you got the, you know, no disrespect to Remy, then Remy right after that. I'm talking about as far as like mainstream popularity, you know what I'm saying? Then Remy after that, then like maybe your 3D Natis, your, like I'm just thinking about the female rappers I know off the top of my head. So there's really still a small amount that, when there's a lot of dope female artists out there in my opinion, but it's like the game only opens up enough space for like 2 at a time, which is fucked up.
So
Why do you think that? Wow.
I have no. It's like the WNBA versus the NBA. I don't know why the NBA is more popular than the WNBA. I don't know, but there has to be a reason for it. Maybe it's the way women are being presented in the music game. Because there's really only 2 slots. Either you got the hardcore rapping chick, or you got the sex sells type of chick. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe there needs to be more room.
That's crazy, right?
For female artists, more genres.
Right. Because if they definitely, you a female, your shit ain't tight, you fucked up.
When I left out, what's her name from Ninth Wonder's artist? How the fuck I forgot her name? Somebody in the room got it. Nah, from Rhapsody.
Oh, Rhapsody.
Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying? Like you got her style of music, which is more backpack but even that. How many dudes really want to listen to a female rap unless she's the nicest you've ever heard in your life? Right. That's the obstacle for female rappers. You have to be better than the best male rapper in order to really succeed.
You gotta go on a record and
you selling a lot of sex. Either or.
Yeah. A lot of ass, a lot of titties. You gotta relax. If you ain't got that and you can't rap, you fucked up. But but shout outs to all the females that's out there trying to rap because it's not easy because I'm telling you, man, some of them gotta relax. Some of them gotta go home, keep the camera.
How do an up and coming artist reach you to get a track?
At this
Instagram. You give me Instagram. I'm regular, man. Like, I'm not the type of dude that's
from the Bronx.
I'm not
You from the Bronx. He's on Duck Out Thursdays, bro.
Yeah, so just hit me on the DM, but just be serious.
You can touch him.
Yeah, but just
We gotta serious
about it.
Just be serious, man. You know what it is? Dudes will hit me for music. I tell them the price, and they hit me like, yo, but I'm saying, I'm like, but yo, you hit me.
Right.
That's like going to McDonald's and then beefing when they tell you the price of the Big Mac. It's like, you came in, nigga. McDonald's, you can't come knock on your front door. You're bugging out. Like, my thing is, if you can't afford it, cool. Just tell me, I don't got it. It's cool.
Right, no doubt.
We don't got to do business now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. You don't know me. We go back to that.
Right, no doubt.
Some people get offended though, man, because they feel like, how could you tell me that? You know I'm a new artist. How the fuck could you charge me that?
If they want,
it's my job, man. Like people don't understand. This is my profession, nigga. This is how I feed my family.
Right. This is what you left college.
Right.
You left
all
college.
That shit.
Yeah. Let's be clear. Not everybody leave college get an MP beat maker and make 2 beats. And for real, don't look back. That's like a nigga getting a bag. And don't look back. You gotta relax, man. I'm fucking I appreciate it, bro. Y'all listen, let's give it up for the homie pulling up the Thugged Out Thursdays, DipSet. How the fuck? Yeah. Today's a new day. That was a hit.
You gotta put the beat behind that.
I know, they got DipSet. I ain't going front, man. I love that whole album.
Crazy,
the whole sound, the whole vibe. I liked it that everybody was making money. You know, as a main producer, you got to see Jewels. That nigga still nice, man.
Still dead. He's still my favorite rapper, man.
No, listen, man. I seen him at the joint. I said, this nigga Jewels, man. I said, and now he gotta go do a bid. So when he come back, he gonna be in the cell like this, killing niggas. He might be up the top like this. Oh, I'm gonna murder this nigga. Just like his bars. Cause he gonna be having bars, my nigga. Listen, when you go back and you recuperate after your lifestyle, listen, we talking about Joel Santana, right? You worked with Jewels as a young kid, like from the very beginning.
Well, not his because remember he was part of a group called Draft Picks before I even met him.
Yeah. But I mean, for him being a star,
Dipset,
like the records that counted for him, like
when I was around when he popped.
Yeah,
put it like that.
yeah.
I was
You know what
around
I'm
when he
saying?
popped.
Like the fucking the shit it was unbelievable, man. Listen, Cam actually put him on a fucking record with Jay-Z.
One of the big. No, he actually put him on one of the biggest records in Def Jam history,
with
which
Jay-Z.
was the Old Boy record.
The Old Boy, yeah, that one, and with Jay-Z,
Welcome to New York
City.
Yeah.
He was on the hook. Welcome to New York City.
Yeah.
Cam threw him. It don't matter if you ain't feeling, ain't
Body
all that at day one. That shit was hard. They was shooting on that. They was shooting JC. You could catch me at the Madison Square next to Spike Lee.
Yeah.
They was talking that shit.
They was bugging out on that record.
They was dumbing. Listen, for the age of time when Dipset started, so like till now, that nigga, and then they gotta be happy the fact. Did you ever do a record with him and Lil Wayne? Did y'all ever?
Yeah, we had
They had a project.
What's the name of the record? So
It never got cleared.
Yeah, they just never did nothing with it. But I had a couple records that I did.
Damn.
Matter of fact, I had a record that was supposed to be the intro of Diplomatic Ties, which was I had sampled this Whitney Houston "I'll Always Love You" record, but I turned it into some like one of the hardest records you ever heard in your life.
Wow.
And the shit, Joel's wanted to keep it for himself, for his project. But that shit, if that shit would have opened this project up, man, yo,
Damn,
that
because
shit would fuck niggas up. Because that's one of the hardest records I've made in the last like 10 years, I think.
So I know you sample a lot of records. Do you, or mostly all your beats samples, or do you do originals?
I do originals, but at the end of the day,
Samples
man,
gives
like
you
my
the flavor.
vibe, my vibe is the sample shit. Like I can make it, I can chop it up to the point you won't know where the fuck it came from. I've done that several times, and there's a lot of shit on albums that I don't clear because I shouldn't even say that shit. But either way,
Nah, this is stuck out.
They don't know what albums I'm
Thank
talking about
God.
anyway.
They don't
So,
know about the hang.
I know the clearing part, so is the clearing always easy, or do you be having problems?
Nah, you always gonna run into some problems because people get greedy when they know there's money involved.
And they ain't gonna hit you unless you make a noise.
Right, but if you try to clear it ahead of time, let's just say you own the publishing, but you're not the artist. Because a lot of times artists don't own their own publishing.
Right.
So you try to clear a record, it might be a dude that lives in Wisconsin that bought this artist publishing from a fucking auction. And now you gotta try to clear it with a dude that don't know nothing about that. So he's asking for ridiculous numbers, and you just gotta kind of dead him and get it played over and cut him out the picture.
No doubt.
You heard him?
That's crazy.
Do the hang, shame. Nah, but man, shout out to Rsonist, the heat making the building. Thugged Out Thursdays, man. Be on the lookout, man. This is very podcast. Coming through and pulling up, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm gonna be on you like beans on rice. Nah, just fucking.
I got you, bro.
Nah, yo, man, love Thugged Out Thursdays. Heat making the motherfucking building, man. We love you, man.
Thank you, man.